Ooh, we have Britons again here. Britons Huns, which is an interesting combination. We know Britons on this side can be powerful on arena. It's a random save the otter. It's exclusively random save and reverse sibs. So Britons, we've seen them play already. Massive easy boom with the cheaper town centers and going to turtle it into the Imperial Age to the Arbalists. But Huns, their unique unit, the Tarkan. If you can get to Elite Tarkan, then good luck dealing with that against Britons, because the Elite Tarkans have ridiculous Pierce armors. Basically a Huskar on the horse for the Huns, and it also has bonus attack against buildings. But you need to get there, of course. It's a unique unit. You need the castle, then you can resort to unique technology to be allowed to produce them from tables. But yeah, Huns, not the most commonly seen civilization on arena. They are lacking wood to start, and that kind of slows the early progress a bit. And then one of Huns' strong suits, the cheaper cavalry archers, that doesn't necessarily apply on arena as much because there aren't any hills to pull back to. No, it's random sib, as in the rules here. Random sib, reversed sib for the next game. So game 2 will be reversed sibs. And the group winners will play a best of 5 with a separate set of rules. I'll get back to that once I'm through the group stage games here. But currently it's arena, so as usual I'll toggle a little bit of fast forward, as unless the players go for some crazy fast feudal age and a tower rush, which I don't think will be the case here, we're going to catch up with whatever happens in the castle age onwards. They are at relatively low idle piece time, both of them idle town center time, both of them here. So equal populations. Let's see what the difference will be in the uptimes here. Ooh, 5 builders right to berries there after eating the deer, I suppose. That's a bit of a late meal, but it probably doesn't matter when you have been taking it. Oh wait, it's 21 pop here. Is this actually going to... What is this? Is this some super fast castle age approach, or is he actually going... He's got a tower rush, isn't he? I need to slow this down. He is got a tower rush. Ooh. Lovely. Ay, 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 ay. Only chance with Hunt. Yeah, maybe you're right. And JohnNash is on point here, scouts it. JohnNash has fantastic defensive capabilities, I'd say. It's shown it in this tournament already. Yeah, 21 popped Rush. That's not doing you any favors here, or was it even 22? I think it was 21. For Tower Rush, you want to be up even earlier on Arena. The villagers that don't have Loom yet, because JohnNash is on the way to the fuel age, so that could, if the scout were full HP, that could work wonders for Aoe2hostage here. But yeah, he's going YOLO with the Thrush, with Huns here. Gonna break through the stone walls now and make life awkward for JohnNash. The thing here is JohnNash is in the back here. He's already on stone. I'm not sure if that's a reaction or if he was planning to make use of the castle anyway, as the Britons here for defensive purposes. He's house walling a bit, but Aoe2hostage has the scout inside of here and will be preventing a little bit of house walling here. He's still not inside either. As the villagers try to break through here, the scout still alive to delay any quick walls behind here. One defensive tower for JohnNash might be enough to keep this out, because it's going to be rough for the villagers to pass through here. But then again, if you're already planning the fast castle play, you don't necessarily need to go to stone and do defensive towers here if you're JohnNash. Because if you get to the castle age, you're easily ahead and could fend off with other means instead. But one tower, that's fine, of course, you could afford that anyway with your starting stone. Might be that Aoe2hostage won't be getting much further here. He could try to tear down this tower with villagers, but he's actually... Where is he going now? Where is he going? He's going double ranges! This is as YOLO as it gets here with the forward here. Called Extended feudal age for Aoe2hostage here. He's gonna actually follow this up with... I don't even know, looks like skirmishers because it's not really on gold. It's going to gold now. It's gonna be archers then. But he doesn't have the gold yet to produce archers. He's going to produce one and drops the second range. Going to go for the blacksmith instead. Walling in this one tower that, at the very least, prevents JohnNash from re-walling here. But look at the resources. He is going to go Castle Age here in just a few seconds. Most likely. If he... Well, no, wait. He needs the second building, so scratch that. He needs the blacksmith, then he'll go up. First only chance with Huns besides Tark and Petard. Oh, that would be epic. That's a true clown move to go. Petard and Tarkans. The thing with Tarkans in Castle Age though, if the opponent is in Castle Age, you can make monks and you should be able to hold them off quite decently. Because they are about as easily converted as knights. Villagers moving back. No denying here that Aoe2hostage is light years behind at this point, at least eco-wise. Sends out some RB here, is inside, will play this almost as if it was as if it were an open map here. JohnNash not completely walled here. Will have stone basically for a defensive castle, and that should put an end to any feudal forward aggression here from Aoe2hostage. What this idea is over here. Market going up to tweak resources, sell some stone, maybe to go Castle Age himself. Aoe2hostage here. That's gonna take a little while. This is like 1 damage per shot or something. And now Castle Age is in just twice the hit points on the wall. Okay, JohnNash, you need to remember, you need to wall all the way around. If you wall these 4 tiles here, the monk can actually still snag the relic through the gaps to the sides here, or the cracks. Those smart old men, they always find a way through. So you actually need to do full walls, as far as I know, all the way around. This isn't enough. It's a fun way to delay a relics collection for JohnNash, though. I don't think that's going to be JohnNash's priority here. He is placing another TC. Does have enough stone for a castle as well. I'm sure he doesn't quite know Aoe2hostage's progress here, but since there's RB on the field, technically Aoe2hostage has the map control here, so you can't really place the castle forward easily here with the Britons. Not that you would anyway, it would make more sense to play it defensively here with the Britons. Why the stone investment now though? Not sure if JohnNash needs that stone anymore, unless he wants yet another town center up before a castle. Arms expiring for Aoe2hostage here. Does have double with axe and horse collar. 1 minute to go to the castle age here. Enough stone for a castle. Who knows where that's gonna go? If any. Could even sell the stone to tweak them. Tweak the economy for other purposes here. Oh, yeah, it looks like he wanted to drop a castle here, but JohnNash has crossbow in already and better upgrades. No upgrades whatsoever for Aoe2hostages are on the field here. The scout doing some serious work here as well. Good reclaiming on the map for JohnNash here. Of course, the outposts are giving Aoe2hostage some vision here, but the castle, and understandably so, goes up defensively here. Two TCs try to catch up with the Britons booming here. We'll see how that turns out. JohnNash, all 3 town centers producing now. Aoe2hostage obviously behind here, lacking. Actually matching the eco upgrades, but yeah, of course that is extended fuel age that didn't do nearly enough damage is hurting Aoe2hostage at this point. One villager building the castle, but it's not really a threat here for JohnNash. Yeah, I guess that's a fine castle. We'll even take out Aoe2hostage's market, not that it really matters. Funnily enough, Aoe2hostage can't see this castle up. He will see it soon enough once it's completed. Claiming all of the relics here, I think 3 relics for now. Well... where are the other... Stonewalling the resources outside. It's going to be a long while until these resources are relevant, but I guess we'll commend Aoe2hostage for the efforts here. He's actually planning to DT that gold. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah, you're not going to enjoy that gold just yet, JohnNash. You might as well. Why not just TC the gold in home base? Yeah, he cancelled it. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Is he gonna chase the villager in the middle now, or is he just gonna TC a different gold instead? Oh, Tarkans are out. Peter's armor already decent, only with even with only +1. But they're just passing the villagers though. 1 conversion, most likely gonna come in here before they can snipe the monk. Yeah. So it is the Tarkans for the Huns, and Aoe2hostage kind of stabilizing here, but behind this JohnNash is going to the Imperial Age and will be able to afford another castle if need be as well. 2 Tarkans to 1, that should be Aoe2hostage's fight to win, but the Imperial Age obviously currently miles away for Aoe2hostage. There's the Imperial Age, Town Watch as well for JohnNash to extend the line of sight a little bit here. And the castle going up on the middle stones here to allow for more castles later on. Is this going to be a longbow masterpiece from JohnNash? Could be. It doesn't really have a lot of ranges, only 1 range, so he might actually be going for the longbows here, which is kind of cool. Yeah, the castle goes up, and Tarkans, being Castle Age Tarkans, lacking some upgrades, they might still die to Castle Fire here. Now, here come the ranges, so JohnNash is gonna go for the Arbalesters mainly, after all. Not long... Well, he's gonna mix in longbows as well, so it's going to be a little this, little that. And... yeah, I don't see how Huns hold this off unless they are able to get to Imperial Age and mass ridiculous amount of targets here before the Britons can make halberdiers to deal with it here. I think JohnNash is set to take this one. It's got to be annoying with the gold walled in over there though, so... Entertainment points for Aoe2hostage for that one. One advantage that the Huns have of the arena is that their trebuchets are more accurate. They hit their targets more consistently. They, I think it's actually like 80 or 100% accuracy, I never quite remember. And army numbers are an issue here. JohnNash, big lead for now. And obviously Tarkans make the most sense here, so that you at the very least eventually force the Britain's player to add halberdiers into the mix. I keep looking at that. I know these are just walls, just minimap bots. I wanna follow. JohnNash is in Imperial Age, so has the head start to the Trebs here. Hasn't actually seen the cast, but here. Treb line of sight. Treb scouting for for JohnNash here. I guess the Tarkans. I guess the Tarkans could snipe the Treb, right? But then again, Aoe2hostage wants to conserve the numbers until it can get to critical mass here. And currently, I don't think it's prioritized there isn't even a stable here, so definitely didn't get the unique technology allowing Huns to produce Tarkans from stables. If anything, this castle is buying Aoe2hostage time to get the Tarkans numbers up from the other one here. Both castles producing Tarkans. Town Watch in for Aoe2hostage as well. And it's going to loop around here and snipe the turret from behind. Where's he going? Where is he going? Is he going to take out the castle? Oh, he didn't know about the castle. He's heading for the gate, I guess. Trying to get some raids going. But will fall victim to some conversion potentially. Yeah, these Tarkans aren't doing anything. How many sets are there before the finals? I think one more. I think one more. I guess one more after this, that is. That's not too bad, unless I missed something. I'm sorry if I missed some sets, but we'll look in the folder once this is settled. So they're not elite Tarkans. They have that Imperial Age armor. They're gonna snipe one of the Trebs here now. That's good for Aoe2hostage, but the mass of Arbalest and Longbows already more than decent for JohnNash here. It is enough to deal with Tarkans. Look at these tanky boys go though. They have such high pierce armor. Such high pierce armor. 4+4, that's 8 for now, and they're not even elite yet. Looks like Aoe2hostage is going to go into Siege Ram here. That is basically Britain's Kryptonite, but he won't really have any mentionable army to support that. I see Bloodlines on the way in. Oh, the Tarkans didn't have Bloodlines. So, oh, they are elite, sorry. There we go. And still they died to Arbalists. But they didn't have Bloodlines, so they weren't fully upgraded anyway. Yeah, I guess you had to rush elite for the benefits that gives them. As the castles go down though, you want to get Maraulders as well, so you could produce Tarkans from stables, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to produce Tarkans anymore. It could be that Aoe2hostage already got it. Siege Ram now on the way in here, doing his best to contest the Britons here, but this is a rough one when JohnNash is basically pop capped and has 71 military to 8. Yeah, harassing some gold here as well. Is there even gold left inside of Aoe2hostage's base? It is indeed. I'd say that JohnNash has reason to be confident here, and does see the siege rams now probably, but the castle will be going down, and there aren't really any stables here either, so I don't really see any way back here for Aoe2hostage. Here the berries come up as well. Not a lot of infantry upgrades yet, but the pikes are in production. And the Trebs are dealing with the Siege Workshop. Aoe2hostage is basically out of options to produce units now. He's dropping the stables. Can he make Tarkans? We'll see. If he can make more. We'll see how they last against the mass arbalists here. Hit and run from JohnNash here, and yeah, he's dealing with them. Aoe2hostage running out of units here. He's getting light cab. He's getting light cab. He can't afford or just can't make Tarkans here. Oh, we're gonna see siege ramps killing arbalists here. At least the trebs will go down if you target them. 1, 2, another hit and they're both down. Nope. The arbalist mass of JohnNash is just so ridiculous that even the arbalists on their own can take out small numbers of trebuchets. So Aoe2hostage keeps on here. His base hasn't been breached yet. He still has gold. But light cab aren't gonna kill arbalist masses, sadly. And halberdiers are in the making here as well to deal with that cavalry investment. Yeah, who needs siege when you have 60 plus arbalists with 5+5 range? So no unique technology for JohnNash just yet, but there is Yeoman that's going to give yet another range to the arbalists. They could just stand comfortably away and snipe TC. And here comes the get out of my game castle here. Not really denying much, but providing a point of refuge for the armies, of course. Not sure why Aoe2hostage is holding on here. Maybe he just wants to make sure his opponent is exhausted before the return game, so he gets to enjoy the Britons and maybe turn things around here. Light cab are encircled by arbalists here. 4 trebs pushing, and Aoe2hostage keeps holding here. Gonna pump out units and hope to survive here, but the snowball is out of control here. Siege engineers on the way in to boost the range of the trebuchets. And halberdier trading GG is called. JohnNash takes the win with 87 arbalists made total. We did get to elite Tarkan, which was fun to see from the Huns here, but in the end, JohnNash had this in the control after surviving the initial power rush. Surprisingly similar ecos here in terms of resources collected, but obviously military size being the deciding factor here. Army high 103 to 23. Castle Age just because of the tower rush of Aoe2hostage. And that's it. Yeah, let's go to game 2. Game 2 it is, and we are of course on Cloud Arena again here, pretty close between the players. Maybe one reason Aoe2hostage went for the tower rush in the previous map as well. But for the sake of getting through all the games today, we'll toggle the fast forward as usual and see what the next few ages bring us. Maybe JohnNash will go for a tower rush this time around. I doubt he will, because that's kind of an all-in feudal age play that has to work on Arena, and you never know. You don't get to scout the enemy resources other than maybe seeing the stones disposition here. There's back gold for both the players, so tower rushes shouldn't obstruct your fast castle approach all that much. So Aoe2hostage may be wanting to... Yeah, he's already kind of securing the stone here through preemptive walls just in case the tower rush comes this way. Or a castle drop later on, or who knows. So what would JohnNash do here? I guess against Britons you could aim for the Paladins here as Huns. Cavalry archers don't quite make sense against the Britons' longer range archers, but the mobility of Paladins could come in useful, even though we don't necessarily see Paladins a lot in 1v1s. 23 population up here for JohnNash, so no tower rush confirmed, as Aoe2hostage goes up at 25, both with a minimum of idle TC time here moving up. So a slight head start to the fuel age for JohnNash here. Barracks goes up for Aoe2hostage, so he wants to contest the middle map or just go blacksmith range here to start producing some archers. No, wait, it's going back to stable and presumably blacksmith then, so he's going to claim some map control with scouts after all. Something that JohnNash isn't currently doing. Did go for the blacksmith stable approach, will be trying to hold on here and aim for more of a boom to get to the maybe a bit earlier to the Imperial Age and to the units production. But it's moving out with a... Yeah, he wanted to help out in the fight against Aoe2hostage's scout, I guess. Britain scouts, you don't see them a lot because they don't have bloodlines, but in terms of contesting the map on Arena, the mobility of scouts helps a lot because you could use them to snipe enemy monks when contesting the relics, and that's arguably an important thing for Arena, to have that extra gold trickle should the game go to the very late long game. So Aoe2hostage in the cast stage now, dropping that cheaper Britain's town center, only a second, no wait, 3 town centers, 2 villagers, and yeah, multiple villagers here for JohnNash. They're both going into the boom here, but Aoe2hostage has the middle control with the scouts, at least for now. We'll be sniping the low HP scout of JohnNash here, and looking at the relics disposition, they are kind of closer to Aoe2hostage's side. Buildings forming a preemptive layer of walls here. Would be fun to see a Petard Tarkin masterpiece or something from JohnNash here. He is on a little bit of stone here, so Tarkin's obviously in the line of thinking, if not just a defensive castle. Aoe2hostage was let inside of the base, so he could gather some scouting intel here. Sees the monastery, that's no big surprise there. Don't... Okay, yeah. Not gonna gather any scouting intel here after all, only seeing the monastery. So a bit unfortunate there. Could have used that as an opportunity to get an idea of the extent of JohnNash's boom here. Wait, wolves? Wolf rush on Arena! But they're not chasing the holy man, so that's good news for Aoe2hostage. Wow! Wonder if you could convert the wolves. That would be kind of fun. These are gonna be annoying though, if you ever gonna drop a town center or something here. Those wolves are gonna eat at least one villager unless you're careful. So maybe you want to send some kind of unit in to deal with those stats. And not just one, but 2 wolves. That's all the wolves that are on the map, I think. That's like maximum bad luck for Aoe2hostage to bring that one home. It's about to become 2 relics for Aoe2hostage here. While JohnNash is guarding the relics closest to home here and will likely snag 2 relics of his own, maybe even 3, depending on the last one here. Yeah. Wolf doing some work here, getting that house building villager, giving the Eco KD to 0 to 1 for Aoe2hostage, losing 1 villager to Gaia. Oh no, not another one. Not one more. Yeah. She's fine. She's gonna get some help. Bad wolf. Bad wolf. Good job of JohnNash to contest the third relic here. Gets a monk snipe. Adds more spearmen out here, so Aoe2hostage won't be able to snipe the scout or the spears here. And it's actually going to be JohnNash taking the third relic here. It's not really any reason for Aoe2hostage to go into any more monks here now to try and get that one. It's going to be 3 to 2. It's not too significant. It's worse when you have like 4 to 1 or 5 to 0 relics for one player. But it's a useful extra gold trickle. 5 TCs now for JohnNash, really going into the boom here to go for what is presumably going to be Tarkans eventually against Britons here. Mass Tarkans, nasty for Britons. Aoe2hostage might as well want to go into Halberdiers sooner rather than later. Dropping a market here for some eco tweaking if need be. And surprise, surprise, being Britons here, dropping the archery ranges. Alright, so taking our time with the 50C here, that should be giving JohnNash a solid eco lead if when the boom sets in and he's able to keep all of the town centers consistently producing. Currently is, yeah, all 5 producing. Should be giving JohnNash a villager lead here. It does potentially delay the Imperial Age, but it's going to give you an all that more stronger economy leading into the Imperial Age with 5 town centers essentially to 3 here. Aoe2hostage may be aiming for Imperial only by missing 200 food now for the Imperial Age click. Cast the monastery will need a... Wait, there's the university as well. This is going to be a somewhat early Imperial Age for the Britons. Unlocking Arbalists, allowing for a push forward and hitting the Huns before the boom sets in enough to get the Tarkans out here. 7 on stone for Aoe2hostage, so we're going to see a semi-forward castle maybe with arbalists to protect it. Fletching coming in now, upgrades coming in on the way to the Imperial Age, and let's assume that Aoe2hostage will be the one to push first here. JohnNash just barely could move just a tiny bit closer to the walls here, and I think he'll see the ranges. Could also use the monk line of sight. It's wider. It's just move it over here, and you. But it's no surprise though, it's ranges, but if you know how many ranges, that could be useful. Here we go, he's going to use the monk line on site here to get some idea of the layout. Sees at least 3 ranges, and yeah, won't be too surprised by that, but it gives an idea of the army numbers and investment of Aoe2hostage here. I think he could obstruct a little bit of the stone income here as well with this forward monk. The castle going up for JohnNash. in kind of in the middle of the map here. I'm assuming he has Marauders teched, and now I'm going to go for the... He's going for the Knights, actually. Alright, he can't go for the Tarkins from stables because he doesn't have the castle yet. So Knights first to have some army, and then probably gonna make the transition into Tarkins. Aoe2hostage has a decent amount of crossbows out, has Imperial Age in, getting Arbalest and Bracer, and now a castle here to fortify a position. JohnNash is going to have a head start to the Trebs war though, and he has the Hunnic Trebs that fire more accurately, so that's most definitely coming in handy in the matchup here. Ranges for skirmishers, I presume. And Knights to become maybe... Wait, here's Marauders, so it's going to be Tarkins. It's going to be Tarkins and elite Tarkins. Funny how the Britons' Arbalest actually outrange the castle. With 5+5 range against 8, unless the castle has Balkan Arrow, then it's equal range. Steady trickle of Arbalests here, 5th range going up as well. Keep in mind, Britain's ranges work 20% faster, so even if JohnNash is committing to skirmishers out of 3 ranges here, it's not going to keep up with Britain's production speed. And... numbers ever increasing here, of course, 31 to 19, but that Tarkins, well, Cavalier and Tarkins here. JohnNash just making good use of that 5 TC boom here and the economy that follows. Castle has kind of served its purpose, because Marauders, that's what JohnNash needs here to be able to produce Tarkins out of the stables. I'm not sure why he's combining Cavaliers and Tarkins, could be a cost thing or just... attack efficiency thing. Attack upgrades just about kicking down. Defense, arguably the more important thing. Tarkins are in, not elite Tarkin yet. That's still a while away, but we're mining more stone here for a new castle eventually. Diving in with the Cavaliers here, this shouldn't really be a good fight for JohnNash here, but maybe it's just to buy time. Doesn't focus the trebuchet either. Oh, that's close, but it goes down. Allowing JohnNash to keep this castle up. One. One Rabbit's out again for the Britons. Again, the Arbs here to protect, but Aoe2hostage, he needs the Halds here as well. Pikemen in production, out of 3 barracks for now. Food and wood setup seems consistent. But yeah, Halb is in actually. Lacking the upgrades. I'm not sure what to prioritize here. I think attack is often encouraged to get first for the cavalry counters, because it will increase their attack output and allow them to kill units more quickly. Only +1 for the castle, so the Arbs are actually helping out, taking out the castle here. This forward castle goes down, but JohnNash has one over here as well. That's outside of Aoe2hostage's line of sight. More ranges going up for skirmishes here, and While JohnNash is losing some map control, is making good use of the neutral resources still. Is Elite Tarkin in, by the way? Oh, I can't single. Still only Tarkin. And now he's prioritizing trebuchets over Elite Tarkin here. Let's see if he can break through. It's attacking the walls and the gates and everything here. And the halb numbers still not in scary mass for Aoe2hostage here. Aoe2hostage pop capped, by the way, or five pop space away from being pop capped. Looks like the Arbs might snipe the trap after taking out the Cavaliers here. Is there an opening? Not really. This could be a trap. You could place one or a couple of... I'd say just destroy the host and place a couple of stone walls here and you trap all the targets. Yeah, he's trying. He's gonna try for a house there. Oh, please. Please tell me you're going to do something here. Send a builder here. Place a couple of walls. Yeah, or send the Arbs to block everything. That's an option as well. This is... What a mess. I guess it's because of stuff going on over here that you need to attend to that JohnNash isn't really reacting here still. Tarkans, but he's losing the Tarkan numbers, obviously. Elite Skirms joining in here. Maybe they'll come surprising. Is it another surprise move here with the Elite Skirms going to force the Arbalest into a choke point here in between Aoe2hostage's own buildings? Yeah, I'm not sure who got the better trade here, but that's a fantastic Tarkans cleanup from JohnNash here. JohnNash still, no, from Aoe2hostage, I mean. It's not nice to have your Tarkans cleaned up like that. It looks like another castle might go down here to the mighty Britain's trebuchets. JohnNash base and boom. Absolutely uncontested though. He still has resources to keep going here. He's getting Bracer for the skirmishes, getting full upgrades. Ballistics is in. I can't tell if chemistry is in yet, maybe not. Doesn't look like flaming spears to me, or flaming javelinas rather. But skirm mass is increasing, that is threatening of course. Tarkan's backing production, no elite Tarkan yet. I'm not sure how much that elite upgrade actually gives. At least we have the Imperial Age armor, which is benefiting the resistancy towards Archer's projectiles for sure. Aoe2hostage is doing good work here at staying pop cap, pumping out units. Halb Arbalest against Skirmisher Tarkan. I mean, the Arbs can't really deal with the Tarkans, but of course the Halbs can. You have that extra range as well, which you could use to your advantage with the Tarkans in front to actually take out Skirmishers, even with Arbalesters here. Another forward castle going forward. Is this going to go to a 1-1? Alright, Equalizers, thanks for stopping by. Nice to see new names in chat. Deleting I think that was deleting range of JohnNash there to make sure Aoe2hostage couldn't get a good choke point to sit in. It's never ideal to fight skirmishes with Arbalesters, but at least once they are lacking that last armor, it makes it a little bit easier. More stables going up now. That's going to go into light cab mainly to deal with the skirmishers. Good rates to the sides here of Aoe2hostage as well. And they might actually be doing very well against the Britons here with the Huns. Against the Huns here with the Britons. I mean, I'm mixing up my words today. Head is spinning a bit. Very slow but solid push here from Aoe2hostage with the Britons now 5+6 range arbalest, so Yeoman is in as well. Here comes the Treb to start contesting more buildings, and JohnNash, after all these upgrades, must be struggling for gold eventually here. He's letting out the Treb next to the castle up here, is trying to scramble up units, still no Elite Tarkin. Looks like a long-term plan for Hussars spam here as well, or Cavaliers, Paladins, who knows. See here, that's the range of the Britons again. These skirmishers, they have 5+3 range, these Arbalests have 5+6 range, so they can take out skirmishers using that extra range, and you have the castle to provide cover fire as well. This is a very solid push by the Britons for Aoe2hostage. More Trebs coming out, 3 Trebs total, if he remembers this one. And the economy is taking a hit. This is actually one of the gold mines of JohnNash as well. Sisu, hello. Or bye, depending. I don't know if you're saying bye to me or to Best Equalizer. I'm assuming the latter. Yeah, he's forgotten about this one. Poor Treb, not being used. He doesn't want to fight. Arbs doing serious work here. They have all their upgrades. Architecture, that's going to boost the building's hit points as well. Give the castle even more hit points here, making them tough to take out. JohnNash doesn't have any of these upgrades contributing to castle hit points. But we're gonna need some more light cab from Aoe2hostage here as well, because you can't fight, even with the extra range, you can't fight skirmishers forever like this. Warwolf Treb comes to mind as well. You could use the trebuchets to snipe groups of units. It's pulling away now, is dropping more barracks now. Expecting... are actually going to the Paladin here for JohnNash with almost no gold. And no mass to benefit from that. Did he cancel it? Yeah, he cancelled it. He totally cancelled it. Doesn't seem like a good idea to go for the Paladin upgrade without having a single Cavalier to benefit from that. Light Cav joining in here to deal with the skirmishers that are currently trying to take out trebuchets with their flamey javelinas here. The walls have been breached, so Aoe2hostage can also get some raids in on JohnNash's base. Now it's going to get 3 trebuchets here potentially with the Light Cab. Britain's Light Cab taking out trebuchet. That's huge. That's lots of gold down the drain for JohnNash there. Top side, a little bit of treb push here, but nothing too significant at these raids. That might be the raids of death to JohnNash's base here. More stables going up in the back. JohnNash hoping to get to cavalry numbers again, but look at the economies here. Aoe2hostage has been staying pop-capped for quite a while, and it's just gathering more and more resources. Not producing units means that relic gold is accumulating as well, even if it's only 2 relics. It's not even mining gold currently here, but this gold is arguably kind of safe to take. So that's also an option. Yeah, JohnNash losing villagers now. More importantly, is running out of gold here. Could lose the monastery to trebuchets soon as well, as Aoe2hostage is keeping a consistent army lead here and making life awkward for the Huns here. Guess we're kind of confirming here that Britons beat Huns unless something spectacular happens here. It's much convincing lead for Aoe2hostage, who is pumping out arbalests out of no less than 10 ranges here, dropping more barracks stables, dropping everything here, claiming map control in the middle with buildings production. Halberdiers should deal with the hussars here, albeit the hussars might be getting the trebs here now, at least one of them. I don't even know where these guys are going, but they're hunting for gold maybe. I mean, if JohnNash survives it, that's going to be the whole of a lifetime here. Hussars are annoying, but the arbs in these masses could still deal with them almost exclusively on their own, and there's a trickle of halberdiers here as well. Aoe2hostage, actually, it's actually a bit of an issue to be pop cap now, because when you're floating these kind of resources, maybe you'd consider deleting some of the wood villagers or something so that you could keep outmassing the enemy. But yeah, very good momentum. We're moving the trebuchet forward now. Gonna deal with the monastery as well and stop that gold trickle for JohnNash. This gold is being denied by some units, and JohnNash is officially off gold. He's trying to get some raids in still, but losing more and more back control here. Down to 79 villagers. Worker efficiency surprisingly high given all of the raids here. But now just claiming even more map control here with production buildings that Aoe2hostage may or may not need here. It's more about claiming the map space. Town center goes down, JohnNash is losing all the eco, calls the GG, and it ends with a 1-1. With skirmishes and halberdiers dominating the production situation here. I'd speculate that JohnNash was collecting more resources, but never really kept up with the army and the production. Look at the KD, that's of course because of the trash going down like crazy with 634 to 345 units killed. That's solid. Yeah, very similar resources collected. Up times comparable as well, one villager different there. Earlier in for the Britons, I think that bought an edge for Aoe2hostage for a while there. While do you see the relic gold as well? Yeah, one more relic for JohnNash. And the APM charts with all the micro and macro decisions going on here.